Hello again. I'm on Psalm 139. This was a psalm that was a favourite psalm for Dr. Lloyd Jones. I think he wrote a book on it, actually. I think so. It is a marvellous psalm. There's so much in it. And I'm not going to do justice to it. All I can do is do what I do with most psalms. I just try and inspire you to read it. But I am going to take a verse that very often is not there. Surely the darkness shall cover me, even the night shall be light about me. Yea, the darkness hideth not from thee. But the night shineth as the day. The darkness and the light are both alike to thee. Well, there are times when we're in the dark, when things are happening and we don't know. And there are periods of darkness. And there are treasures in the night for us. There's treasures in the darkness. And God is doing something in the darkness. Now this darkness sometimes comes through great pain. The pain might be a permanent illness that's getting worse and worse, and the end result is going to be a young death. And we know it. And we don't know why. The darkness can be not only the suffering from cancer and dying from cancer, but the people who are left behind and in darkness. Darkness can be of a lady whose mother died and not long after her husband died. And then because her father was old, she spent the next 15 years helping to look after the father. And she's been in darkness all those times. And having to discover in those darkness that they can be light with the Lord. They can be an illumination with the Lord. They can be a seeing with the Lord, even in the darkness. So those of you who are going through the extraordinary difficulties, not only is this psalm dealing with the miracle of who you are, which it does, and that your substance was not hid from God, the way you were created and formed, the kind of personality that you developed, the kind of makeup that you are, the way you look and the way you feel. I'm a man that could easily put on weight. I had a brother that was so skinny he couldn't put on weight at all, no matter what he ate. Don't tell me why. Both of us in the same family. And but when we have our dark times, we know that the Lord is there. I was made in secret. Did you know you were made in secret? You was made in dark times. You wasn't made in the light, were you? You was hidden. You were protected. You was in darkness. You were made in secret. I was made in secret. I did not know that when I came into this world it would be the most wicked place a child could come into, which it was, with my parents and being in the slums and institutions and moved from school to school, seeing different siblings disappearing. They may have been in the bed at night, but in the morning they've disappeared and gone into an institution. All of them. I was the only one left. And even I went into an institution on 3 occasions. Oh, please don't despise the darkness. When there's darkness, there can be light, because you have Jesus. Make sure you have Jesus. Make sure he is your atonement, your reconciler to God in friendship. Wants to reconcile you in friendship. Not just reconcile you, but put you into a place of friendship with God. And in the dark places, God can do remarkable things. Some of the most remarkable things in my own life have been done in darkness. alone. I could tell you how many times I went up those stairs that didn't have a carpet on, into that bedroom that was a bare wooden floor, into the bed with no sheets, with a blanket and some coats to keep me warm. And now I used to put my legs down the armpits of clothes to try and keep them warm. How I was hungry. I could tell you about them. They were dark times. But I believed that God was doing something inside me. He was making me to be an observant person of people and of things and of situations. And they would be the very foundations of which I could build my life on. Observation. To be observant. To see future, which marketing people tend to be. So this is for you. In the darkness, God is there. And if God is there, there's light. Even though at the time you can't see it. God is with you in your darkness. Thought for today.